Hey there guys, this is Talkthrough, which I mentioned in one of my later videos, or earlier videos. What Talkthrough is basically I'm just going to talk over some gameplay so you guys have something to watch. And I'm not necessarily going to be talking about the game that I'm playing. I might sometimes. I'm not necessarily going to be talking about gaming at all. So since this is my first Talkthrough, and this is really the first time I'm not talking about a video game that I'm playing at the time, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my life, pretty much my life in a nutshell, like where I started and what got me into games and what got me where I am right now. And but before I start with that, I want to make an important announcement. All my videos up to now have just been vanilla. There's been no flair. There's been no editing, pretty much is what I'm saying, because I didn't have a video editor. But I finally found one that was affordable, pretty much. So I'm going to start doing that hopefully next week or the week after. And I know I don't have, like, not many people are watching these videos right now, but I know I have at least one subscriber, so I guess this message is to you. So yeah, expect that, spread the word, that my videos are going to actually be good now, although the skill still might not be good. In the video, I want to also point out I have my cursor tracking, and it is not where it is. Well, like whenever I was playing, it's in different spots. You'll notice it highlights stuff that it's not on, and that's why. So just ignore the cursor, I guess. So yeah, my life. I started out being raised in the country, and that was for a while, really. But I also went, while that was happening, while I was being raised, I went to a Catholic school for elementary school. Is in this small hick-ish town, I guess. And yeah, so private schooling and just a small town. Everyone knew each other, very close knit. I wasn't living in the town, so that kind of helped me be not in there with everybody, if that makes any sense. People from small towns probably know what I'm talking about. Like, I still had my privacy, whereas some other people in the town didn't really. But yeah, so around second grade, I realized that I really liked math, and my brother was an 8th grader at the time, or high school, or something like that. I don't feel like doing the math in my head, but funny. But yeah, he was teaching me the math that he was learning, and so I could do our 8th grade math while I was in second grade. And it was a private school, not a very good one. We had a much lower bar than the public schools, so it's not like this 8th grade math that I'm talking about was close to regular 8th grade math. It was a little bit lower, I think, on the table. But either way, I was advanced in math, and throughout high school, my brother kept teaching me what he was learning. So by the time I got to high school, I was pretty much bored in my classes. But that's skipping ahead. So yeah, I got interested in math and whatnot in second grade, like I said. And around fourth grade, I started to really like science, because they seemed to go hand in hand in my head for some reason. And of course now I know why, because they do go hand in hand, really. So I was really interested in like fossils and experiments. Those things were awesome, and they still are to me. I mean, I love science now as well. But then in fifth grade, I mean, I know it was a Catholic school. We didn't learn a whole lot of science. But in fifth grade, I started to kind of doubt what everyone else was believing around me, including my family. I was starting to like doubt whether there was a God. And I know this is a bit deep, a little bit uncomfortable. Religion's always uncomfortable. But I'm not going to force anything on anybody in this video or any future ones. I'm not like that. But I started to doubt that. But since everyone around me believed in it and all that, I just went along. I went with the flow. I ignored my doubts and kept going, at least for a short time. By the time the end of 6th grade came around, though, I know this is still early life, but I decided that there wasn't one. I just couldn't reason it out in my head, and I don't want much hate for it. I just want, you know, yeah. Like I said, I won't push my stuff on you, so please If I do end up getting big on here and people see this video, please don't try to push anything in the comments, or else I'll have to disable them or whatever. But yeah, I just decided at the end of 6th grade, probably, that it wasn't logical. I couldn't follow it in my head. So that brings us to 7th grade. My teacher was amazing. He really got me into sciences, like, hugely. He is part of the reason I am where I am right now, I think, anyways, in my opinion. Yeah, he was just amazing. And sadly, at the end of my 7th grade year, this is kind of like off topic of that, but my parents got a divorce at the end of my 7th grade year. Yeah, you know, it happens. 50% of marriages, or maybe even above now, get divorces. So, you know, it's hard. It was hard, but it wasn't really, because I was tired of them fighting. So yeah, I kind of got special treatment in 8th grade because of that. Like, we got a few. I mean, we had a church connected to our school. We got a few donations from them and such, but we needed it. We were pretty bad off. I was with my mom, and for high school, she just couldn't afford the Catholic high school. Single mom, it's hard. She worked minimum wage job, so even with all the help, we couldn't afford it. So I ended up going to the public school, which, thank God, right? Because I didn't want to have to hide that anymore, the fact that I was pretty much an atheist, I guess I'll say. So yeah, I was kind of relieved, and I got to meet a whole lot of new people. It was fantastic. And being a new freshman, being the new kid, I wanted to fit in. So what I did, pretty much put on a facade. A cool, witty facade that wasn't really me, but, you know, we've all been there, especially younger. I mean, I'm still not that old where I am now, but younger, you always look back and you regret what you did. Well, I got tired of that facade real quick. It was exhausting. I'd say about halfway through just my first year, my freshman year, I gave it up. I was just like, you know what? You guys are whatever. You're not that cool. You're not in my mind anyways. You don't do good things. So I'm just going to be me. And I was, and I got some true friends that way. So there's a lesson in all this. Screaming at you. If you're young and you're watching this, just be yourself. Get some good friends. Some people that will really strengthen you as a person. Not just, you know, I gotta be with the in crowd or anything like that. Other than just finding myself a little bit more, I still wasn't completely out about my atheism because my friends and family were still really against it, you know. But I let a few people know, and I didn't exactly hide it, like I didn't, you know. So as long as I wasn't asked, I didn't tell, I guess is what you could say. And only 2 more real things happened in high school. Junior year is when both of them happened. I got into a tech prep program, which was a lot of like animating and video editing and, you know, things like that, like creating stuff that can entertain. So I got into that, and that's really where I started gaming. And I haven't done anything with gaming until just now when I decided to put up these videos. I haven't like gotten it out there and commentated on it and actually entertained with it, and I really still haven't because not a whole lot of people see these right now. Hopefully that'll change. But yeah, that's whenever I really got into competitive anyways. Like, I'd always played my N64, my GameCube, but I finally got an Xbox, and I started getting online playing player versus player matches in Call of Duty and Halo, mainly Halo. That was my shit. And that's also whenever I think I started to dabble in League, which I'm still not. I still just dabble. I don't play seriously at all. Like, I'll try to win, but also I just want to have fun. And the same goes with Hearthstone and the Heroes of the Storm and all that, everything that I put up. My main goal is just to have fun. It's not to beat down the other team and trash talk and all that. Let's see where we are here. Okay. So yeah, that happened in high school, which kind of got me to where I am right now in the aspect of this, of playing on YouTube, hopefully getting a fan base. I also started to watch Rooster Teeth and other gaming channels, Inside Gaming, now Funhouse, I guess, And I really got into other YouTubers, other creators, like He was a big one. I was one of his first subscribers. Now he's huge. And this was way before, I think, even high school, but still pertains. So, yeah, there's that. And the other thing that happened that was big my junior year was I met this girl. And we started dating, went to the prom together and all that. And she is just amazing. We continued dating and continued dating. She went off to college. I was stuck in high school, but we kept the long distance going, about 3.5 hours apart. We kept it going, then I went off to college, and I chose the University of Akron. Take a break from the girl talk. I chose the University of Akron because they offered me a huge scholarship compared to other colleges. Thank you, UA. And that's where I am right now, too. I chose my major as geophysics, but I was really battling whether to do art or geophysics because I loved art in high school and learned how to draw and paint and all that. So I chose sciences because I figured there was more money there, and my girlfriend at the time, who I was getting pretty serious with, was choosing an art-ish major, interior design. So I wanted some sort of money if we ever did, progress in our relationship and live together and, all that. I'm sorry I'm saying a lot. I catch it, I just can't stop for some reason. So, I also say that a lot. So I'm doing that right now. I'm in my second year. Surprisingly, I haven't changed majors, changed my mind. In fact, it seems like I'm going to be doing that, like going for it, Going to be graduating in 2 years now, halfway done. Other than that, I don't think college has been too eventful either, other than the fact a few months ago, at the beginning of February, I proposed to that same girl. She said yes, so we are now engaged. Wedding's not going to be for a long time, but I figured I'd let you guys in on the personal side of my life early on, so hopefully the people that join me later and join a community that I hopefully create later, they'll come back and watch my earlier videos and they'll see this. And I'm also planning on eventually, it's going to be probably a while because it'll take a while, going to be doing a Draw My Life because like I said, I do have that artistic side. So that will cover all the stuff I didn't cover here. It'll also be more compact because I don't want to make a 22-minute long Draw Your Life. That would probably take a year. So yeah, there's that. That's my life. So now that that's said, how long do I have here? We still got about 10 more minutes of me talking. So, well, I'll just continue talking about myself, I guess, since that seems to be the theme. I got a lot of hobbies. Actually, an immense amount. I game here. I game on the PC. I game on the Xbox. I have an Xbox One now. But that's definitely not my life. I'm not, no offense to stereotypical gamer, I'm not a piece of crap that just sits down in a chair all day and plays with a controller and whatnot. I really enjoy doing that. Like, it is a blast from time to time, but I eventually get sick of it. And I have other hobbies too, obviously. My main one is fishing right now, just during the summer. I love to fish. I love to go out whenever I can, cast out a few times. Hardly ever reel anything big in, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's relaxing. I get to just sit there and either in the sun, in the shade, whatever that day gives me. It's relaxing knowing that you have nothing to do pretty much all day. You just sit out there and do your thing. So that's fun. Another hobby I have is yo-yoing, which you'd probably laugh at me, but I'm actually really good at it. Like, I can do a lot of tricks that most people would probably, their jaw would drop if I did it. And I thought about maybe trying to street perform doing that. I might do a few videos on it just to show you guys what I'm talking about. But I don't see the street performing at least working out. And as far as the videos go, I'd need a better webcam than my laptop webcam, and I'd need money for that. What else is there? I collect a lot of things. I used to collect magic cards and play that. That's really fun, but it gets so expensive. And I also did Magic Online for a while after I was tired of spending gas money to drive to tournaments. and that's also expensive. Not as expensive, but so I used to collect those things anyways. I've collected coins, which again you guys are probably gonna laugh at me for that, but I've collected coins for a very long time. I've got a pretty good collection going, so there's that. I also, as a geophysics major and future career in that field, I have a mineral collection that I just started this past year. It's grown pretty well. I'm getting a display case built for me right now, which will look fantastic, and maybe even another one later on once I get more, but there's not a whole lot of money in my mineral collection, nowhere near as much as like my coin collection. But it's hard to keep up multiple collections. I said that word a lot. I've noticed myself repeating a lot. This is new to me. This long of a speech, pretty much, is what it is, a speech. But it's hard to keep up so many collections and still game and do all that and go to college. It's hard to afford all that because I don't get money from my parents for college. Like, this is it's completely me that's funding it. So yeah, it's hard to do all that. But I mean, it's fun too. It's really gratifying to say I am self-sustained. I get no help, which I do get some help here and there. I'll get like $20 for gas or whatever whenever I go home, or groceries. Sometimes my mom will buy me some groceries, something like that. My dad works on my car instead of me taking it to a garage. But it's really nice just saying I did that without funds from anywhere else. I paid off my college loans by myself. I haven't paid anything off yet, but one day I'll look back and I will be like, that was me, and I did that by myself, and I am proud. I'm hopefully not going to be one of those parents that's like, I'm not helping you, or my parents didn't help me. I'll hopefully have enough money to help them out, and I wouldn't wish upon anyone actually doing this without a choice like I am, but it's really gratifying, like I said, to do what I'm doing right now. And I hope that's not cocky to say or anything, because anyone that has a similar situation knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can't really think of much else to say. I'm going to go ahead and comment on this video that's playing in the background here, and if I think of anything else to say, I will gladly say it. So, if I interrupt myself while commentating this video, I'm sorry, I guess. But that's the goal of this type of video, this talk through, is to go on about something other than gaming, for a little bit at least. Alright, so it's the enemy's turn right now. One thing I like, this is a new one, I think, a new map, right? Like a new background. Just started the other day. Or not the other day, but like a week or two ago, whenever they released Tab and Brawl. That, or I just hadn't seen it for a while. I really like it. It's got like a secret in every corner. Alright, so right now, I'm obviously going to take him out because I don't want him to deal more damage to me. And the Divine Shield's really annoying, so that's why I got rid of it. I just turned her into a sheep. Now I've got a choice here. I can deal 3 damage to his face, or I can take out his 2/1 minion. Looks like I'm not going to do either. I don't know what was going through my head there. I guess I was probably just saving it for a bigger, in case something bigger came along. Maybe I could kill it, or maybe I could freeze it so it couldn't do any damage the next turn. The taunt with the Divine Shield, I mean, I love playing it, but it's overkill. The Annoyatron, for one, but that thing is 4/5 and a Divine Shield and taunt. It's just ridiculous. So I'm probably, if I remember right, going to take out the Divine Shield with my 1 damage. Yep, there I go. It's a good move anytime you see that. And then I'm going to just kill it immediately. All of his other minions have low attacks. They can't really do a whole lot. I can't even remember the outcome of this match. Yeah, I like this background because it has so many secrets, like what I'm playing with up there. You can let the things glow and send them down by clicking the little Hearthstone, or the emblem down the corner of it. The what do you call it, anvil down here, if you make it really hot, it'll upgrade those weapons and then downgrade them again for some reason. Up in the right corner, you can drain that, which is pretty cool, and then plug it back up and fill it up again. And then down in the right bottom, there's nothing really special. You can just crack those open. I mean, yeah, it's boring. So right now, it doesn't look like I'm in too good a shape. I mean, I got that move. That's good. And I can kill that 2-1, definitely. What actually might have been a smarter move, maybe, would be putting out what I just put out there. I don't know the names, and I can't hover it over to read it. And then ping him to up my attack, since there is no taunt there to deal with. This guy's really loving Divine Shields, man. And that is charge. Alright. Yeah, he could have probably just slammed me in the face, but I mean, either way, he would have had to wait till his next turn to deal lethal. So, yeah, it looks like I'm definitely losing this one. There's no way around that. I believe I won the last one, though, so, I mean, and then the other one, the one before that, was just a surrender. I kept it in just for shits and giggles. Why not, right? So one thing I'm going to be doing with Hearthstone from here on out is on Wednesday, hopefully by 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, maybe 6, depending on how fast my internet is, I want a Tavern Brawl video up on... I'm going to come up with a strategy for the Tavern Brawl, whatever it is that week, and I'm going to put up that strategy guide so it will help you, because I want to get it out early, so it will help anybody watching the videos get early strategies to beat people that maybe haven't gone and researched it, haven't come up with a strategy yet, and just winging it for a little bit. So that's definitely what I'm going to do every Wednesday. I'm going to try to. Every Monday I'm going to try to put out Heroes of the Storm or other game, possibly. It's not going to be Hearthstone, hopefully. If it is, it's not going to be for a few weeks anyways. Every Friday I'm going to put out Talkthrough, hopefully. Again, I say hopefully, because this takes the most time to do and the most preparation. Like, I gotta think of stuff to talk about. I even like write a little script, even though I don't read it. But I write it so it's in my head, you know. And it looks like that's it for the video. So give me a thumbs up, share me, subscribe, and thanks so much.